Potty training a puppy feels overwhelming at first, especially when that tiny fur ball is only 10 weeks old and seems to pee everywhere except where you want. But here is the truth most people never tell you. Puppies are not stubborn, they are not trying to annoy you, and they are definitely not too young to learn. In fact, this age is one of the best times to start. Your puppy's brain is like soft clay right now. Whatever patterns you create in this short window can stick for life. That is how a 10-week-old puppy can be potty trained in just 1 week, not by magic, not by punishment, but by clarity, timing, and consistency. The biggest mistake new puppy owners make is assuming the puppy understands the house rules automatically. Your home is a strange new world. The floor smells the same everywhere. The puppy does not know which area is wrong and which area is right. To your puppy, peeing on the carpet, the tile, or the grass all feel identical unless you clearly teach otherwise. Potty training is not about teaching the puppy to hold it. It is about teaching the puppy where it is safe and correct to go. The first thing you must understand is your puppy's body. A 10-week-old puppy has a very small bladder. Expecting them to hold urine for hours is unrealistic and unfair. At this age, most puppies need to go every 30 to 60 minutes when awake, immediately after waking up, right after eating, right after drinking water, after playtime, and often before sleeping. If accidents are happening, it is not because the puppy is failing. It is because the human missed the timing. This is why speed in potty training comes from prevention, not correction. Every accident inside is a missed opportunity. Every successful potty outside is a lesson learned. Your job is to stack as many successful moments as possible in a short period of time. From day one, routine becomes everything. Puppies learn through patterns. When life becomes predictable, learning becomes fast. Wake up time, feeding time, playtime, potty time, and sleep time should follow a similar rhythm each day. This does not mean being rigid to the minute, but it does mean having a flow the puppy can rely on. When the body knows what comes next, the brain learns faster. The moment your puppy wakes up, do not cuddle, do not play, do not check your phone. Pick them up or guide them straight to the potty spot. This single habit alone prevents countless accidents. Puppies almost always need to go immediately after waking. If you wait even 2 minutes, you are risking an accident. The potty spot itself matters more than most people realize. Choose one specific area outside. Not 5 spots, not wherever the puppy feels like. One main location. The smell of previous potty visits becomes a powerful signal. Dogs learn through scent faster than words. When the puppy smells their own scent there again and again, their brain connects that spot with relief. When you take your puppy to that spot, do not rush. Stand still. Give them time. Many owners make the mistake of letting the puppy play immediately. Play distracts the body from going potty. Calm energy leads to faster results. You can quietly repeat a simple phrase like, "Go potty," in a neutral tone. The words themselves are not magic, but repetition paired with the action creates meaning. The exact second your puppy finishes peeing or pooping in the correct spot, you reward. Timing is everything. Praise must happen immediately, not 10 seconds later. Use a happy voice. Let your puppy feel that they did something amazing. You can add a small treat if you like, but praise alone can be powerful if it is sincere. What matters is that the puppy connects the relief of going potty with your positive reaction and that specific location. Now here is something most people get wrong. Do not reward after coming back inside. Do not wait. The reward must happen outside, right after the act. Otherwise, the puppy may think they are being rewarded for walking back in, not for going potty. Inside the house, supervision is your secret weapon. If your puppy is loose in the house and you are not watching, accidents will happen. This is not a failure, it is simple biology. Until potty training is solid, freedom must be earned. Use a leash indoors if needed, keep the puppy in the same room as you, or use a playpen. The goal is simple. You must see the signs before the accident. Puppies show subtle signals before they go. Sniffing the floor intensely, circling, suddenly walking away, squatting, or becoming restless. The moment you see these signs, calmly pick up the puppy or guide them outside. Do not yell. Do not panic. Your calm reaction helps the puppy feel safe and focused. Accidents will happen, especially in the first few days. How you react determines how fast training succeeds. If you catch your puppy in the act, interrupt gently with a neutral sound and take them outside immediately. If the accident already happened and you find it later, say nothing. Scolding after the fact only teaches fear, not learning. The puppy does not connect your anger to the accident. They only learn that humans are unpredictable. Cleaning accidents properly is critical. Use an enzymatic cleaner that removes odor completely. If the smell remains, even if you cannot detect it, your puppy can. And where the smell exists, the puppy will think that spot is an acceptable toilet. This is not defiance. It is instinct. Nighttime is another area where many people struggle. At 10 weeks old, most puppies cannot hold it all night. Expecting that leads to frustration on both sides. Before bedtime, take your puppy out one last time. Make sure they actually go, not just sniff around. During the night, you may need one potty break. Yes. Now here is something most people get wrong. Do not reward after coming back inside. Do not wait. The reward must happen outside, right after the act. Otherwise, the puppy may think they are being rewarded for walking back in, not for going potty. Inside the house, supervision is your secret weapon. If your puppy is loose in the house and you are not watching, accidents will happen. This is not a failure, it is simple biology. Until potty training is solid, freedom must be earned. Use a leash indoors if needed, keep the puppy in the same room as you, or use a playpen. The goal is simple. You must see the signs before the accident. Puppies show subtle signals before they go. Sniffing the floor intensely, circling, suddenly walking away, squatting, or becoming restless. The moment you see these signs, calmly pick up the puppy or guide them outside. Do not yell. Do not panic. Your calm reaction helps the puppy feel safe and focused. Accidents will happen, especially in the first few days. How you react determines how fast training succeeds. If you catch your puppy in the act, interrupt gently with a neutral sound and take them outside immediately. If the accident already happened and you find it later, say nothing. Scolding after the fact only teaches fear, not learning. The puppy does not connect your anger to the accident. They only learn that humans are unpredictable. Cleaning accidents properly is critical. Use an enzymatic cleaner that removes odor completely. If the smell remains, even if you cannot detect it, your puppy can. And where the smell exists, the puppy will think that spot is an acceptable toilet. This is not defiance. It is instinct. Nighttime is another area where many people struggle. At 10 weeks old, most puppies cannot hold it all night. Expecting that leads to frustration on both sides. Before bedtime, take your puppy out one last time. Make sure they actually go, not just sniff around. During the night, you may need one potty break. Yes. Food and water timing also affect potty training speed. Feeding on a schedule instead of free feeding helps predict potty times. Most puppies need to poop within 10 to 30 minutes after eating. When you know this, you can plan potty breaks more accurately. Water should be available regularly, but if accidents keep happening, observe when your puppy drinks and adjust potty timing, not water access. Playtime almost always triggers potty needs. Running, excitement, and chewing stimulate the bladder. Always take your puppy out after play. Many random accidents are actually post-play accidents that could have been prevented. By the end of the first week, if you have been consistent, your puppy will not be perfect, but they will be clear. They will understand that outside is the right place. They will start holding it for short periods. They will look to you for guidance. This is real progress. Potty training success is not measured by 0 accidents in 7 days. It is measured by understanding. Understanding leads to reliability. Reliability leads to freedom. Freedom comes later. Rushing freedom too early is how training falls apart. Every puppy learns at a slightly different pace, but the principles never change. Clear routine. Constant supervision. Immediate rewards. Calm correction. Consistency over emotion. When these pieces come together, speed happens naturally. The reason many people struggle for months is not because their puppy is difficult. It is because mixed messages were given early. Fix the message, and behavior changes fast. Your puppy wants to do the right thing. They want approval. They want structure. When you provide that, potty training stops just 1 being week, a battle. You can go from constant cleaning and frustration to confidence and understanding. Not because the puppy suddenly grew up, but because you learn how to communicate in a way your puppy understands. This early effort builds more than potty habits. It builds trust. It teaches your puppy that you are a reliable guide in a confusing world. And when a puppy trusts you at 10 weeks old, everything else becomes easier. Training, bonding, obedience, and behavior all improve when the foundation is solid. Potty training fast is not about shortcuts. It is about doing the right things consistently for a short period of time instead of doing random things for months. When you commit fully for one focused week, the results feel almost unbelievable. And once you experience that first full day without an accident, you realize something important. Your puppy was always capable. They were just waiting for clear guidance. Clear guidance in the first week of a puppy's life in your home shapes behavior far beyond potty training. At 10 weeks old, a puppy is not just learning where to go to the bathroom, they are learning how the world works, who they can trust, and how to respond to structure. This early stage is when habits form fastest because the brain is still wide open to patterns. When guidance is clear from the beginning, the puppy does not have to guess, hesitate, or test boundaries. Guessing creates anxiety, and anxiety slows learning. Clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates fast results. A puppy does not understand rules in words, they understand rules through repeated experiences. Every time you guide them calmly to the right potty spot, you are teaching them that you are a reliable source of direction. Every time you react the same way to success and mistakes, you are showing them what is predictable in their environment. Predictability is comforting to a puppy. During the first week, your puppy is constantly asking silent questions. Where do I sleep? Where do I eat? Where do I go when my body feels full? What happens if I make a mistake? How you answer these questions through your actions becomes the blueprint for their future behavior. If the answers are calm, consistent, and fair, the puppy grows into a dog that looks to you for guidance instead of making random choices. Clear guidance means removing confusion. If one day pottying inside is ignored and another day it is punished, the puppy does not learn faster, they learn to hide. If sometimes they are taken out quickly and other times they are left to figure it out alone, they learn uncertainty. Uncertainty leads to hesitation, and hesitation leads to accidents. Clear guidance removes that entire loop. In the first week, your puppy is forming associations at an incredible speed. The floor they walk on, the door they wait near, the sound of your voice, the tone you use when praising or correcting, all of it is being stored. This is why consistency matters more now than it will later. A habit formed at 10 weeks feels normal to the puppy. A habit corrected at 6 months feels like a rule change. When guidance is clear early, the puppy does not feel the need to test limits. Many people believe puppies misbehave to challenge authority, but most so-called bad behavior is simply confusion or unmet needs. A puppy that knows exactly where to go potty has no reason to experiment. A puppy that understands the daily rhythm has no reason to feel restless or anxious. The way you guide your puppy in this first week also teaches them how to handle mistakes. If mistakes are met with calm redirection, the puppy learns resilience. They learn that errors are part of learning and that they can recover quickly. If mistakes are met with anger or fear, the puppy learns avoidance. Clear guidance which often shows up later as sneaky behavior. It means thoughtful leadership or broken communication. Leadership for a puppy looks like supervision, timing, and gentle direction. It means setting the puppy up to succeed instead of waiting for failure. Each successful potty trip reinforces the idea that following your lead leads to comfort and praise. In this first week, your puppy is also learning how much effort they need to put into communicating with you. When you notice early signs like sniffing or restlessness and respond quickly, the puppy learns that subtle communication works. If those signs are ignored, the puppy learns that only accidents get attention. Clear guidance teaches the puppy that quiet signals are effective, which later turns into better communication overall. The confidence built in this first week spreads into every part of life. A puppy that understands expectations early is easier to train later. Sit, stay, leash walking, and recall all rely on the same foundation, the puppy trusting that your guidance makes sense. Potty training is often the first test of this relationship. When done with clarity, it sets the tone for everything that follows. Clear guidance also teaches patience. When a puppy learns that they will always be taken out at the right times, they begin to wait instead of panicking. Waiting is the foundation of impulse control. Impulse control is one of the most valuable skills a dog can have. It starts with something as simple as holding their bladder for a short time because they trust relief is coming. Inconsistent guidance in the first week often creates long-term struggles that people mistake for stubbornness. A dog that seems unreliable is often a dog that never fully understood the rules. Fixing that later is possible, but it takes more
Clear
time
guidance
because
also
a dog
builds
must
emotional
unlearn old
security.
patterns before learning new ones.
A puppy
that knows what to expect feels less stress. Less stress means fewer accidents, better sleep, and improved focus. Stress hormones interfere with learning, so reducing stress through structure directly speeds up training. The first week is when you show your puppy what kind of leader you are. Not through dominance or control, but through reliability. When you show up the same way every time, the puppy learns that following you is safe. Safety is the foundation of cooperation. Every calm trip outside, every quiet praise, every gentle correction sends a message. That message becomes the puppy's inner rulebook. When the rulebook is simple and consistent, the puppy follows it naturally. When the rulebook is confusing, the puppy improvises. Clear guidance in the first week does not require perfection from you. It requires awareness. Watching your puppy closely, responding instead of reacting, and remembering that learning is happening even when it feels slow. What feels repetitive to you is reinforcement to your puppy. By focusing on clarity instead of speed, speed becomes the result. The puppy does not need to be rushed because their brain is already absorbing everything. When you guide instead of push, the puppy keeps up naturally. The habits formed in this short window influence how your dog handles change, correction, and communication for years. A dog that learned through clarity, as a puppy adapts better as an adult. They recover faster from mistakes and trust guidance in new situations. Clear guidance teaches the puppy that rules are not random. They are predictable, fair, and tied to real outcomes. This understanding reduces anxiety-driven behaviors later in life. Potty training may be the goal, but the lesson is much bigger. The puppy is learning how to live with humans, how to share space, and how to read cues. All of this starts with how clearly you guide them when they are most impressionable.